Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I keep that fax number out every night, but I have not seen a fax in this dump for at least 3 months.
Lisa?
So
Please,
people must not fax.
Some people fax, but if I can't get hold of them on the phone to really get some more questions answered, it doesn't work out.
You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I want to do. I want to set up a... Can I log on like a chat room and have people chatting while we're on here? Seriously.
You've seen the computers around this place, too.
No, I've got a computer in my car. I can... What?
Anderson has one.
Can I get on the web from in here?
If you can do whatever you like, Drew.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that.
First off, it's all you can do to focus on the radio show as it is. All I need is you chatting away.
This will be interesting.
Some gimp in Nova Scotia.
I'm going to bring the... Is there...
Please.
Oh, come on.
You focus on this radio show. That's what you're getting paid to do.
We're going to do this also.
You want to get a ham radio set up in here, too?
Could. That'd be cool.
Okay. That's a horrible idea. So forget about the fax number. And that's Dr. Drew. I'm Adam Carolla. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist. I started back with the Man Show today.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
Fine, but I think I must have ADD or something.
You couldn't get anything done?
Oh, I wrote a couple of jokes, but I sat in that office for a couple hours, and all of a sudden I felt like I had to take a nap.
Did Jimmy kick your ass?
Jimmy, thankfully, is working on the Ben Stein show for another couple of days, but Daniel is over there riding me like a pack mule, and I sat down. I never felt more tired in my life, and I don't know what that is. What is that?
Depression.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I sit down and I pick up a pencil, I start thinking about school.
It's a void. It's get overwhelmed. We get avoidant. Yeah.
I mean, I have felt very, very good the last 4 or 5 months, and today, which was a light day, I mean, I showed up at the office at 11 in the morning, and I was out of there at 5 o'clock, and actually earlier, like 4:30, and when I got home, I felt like I was coming down with something. I felt sick.
Yeah.
Not like I was going to vomit, but just like wrung out.
Is it throwback to that same sort of state of being that you were in, state of mind that you were in high school? Did you just sort of sort of connect with that same state?
Probably.
Yeah. But you talked about how depressed and how difficult it was to get up.
felt physically whooped after a...
Let me tell you also, let's not completely jump to the conclusion that it's all emotional. I've had people, in Los Angeles right now, there is a epidemic of this awful virus. It's basically a flu.
I was just talking to someone who had 106 fever.
No big deal. Routine. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Hey, as an adult, though, don't you get brain damage?
You can seize and things, yeah, you can.
After what, 105?
4.5, 105, yeah.
Oh, boy.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
I've had several people who get these very strange symptoms for about 48 hours before the thing comes on. So let's see what happens.
Very, very weak feeling.
And like strange pain and strange short of breath. Just strange. It's not right at all.
Drew, will you bring that flu shot in? Where's that flu shot?
It's come and gone.
What do you mean it's come and gone?
It's late. It's late to get it. I'll get it.
What do you mean it's late?
You give it November, October.
Yeah, but why can't I get it tonight?
Because I don't have it with me, but I will bring it for
What
you.
about tomorrow night?
I'll bring it.
What if I take it tomorrow night?
If you're getting sick, we can't do it. But listen, if you're not sick, I'll give it to you tomorrow night. Would you call my office tomorrow morning and remind me to put the thing in my pocket?
I can't leave you with a note tonight?
No.
All right, let me write that down somewhere. I'm not going to see it. Call Drew at office. What time?
When you wake, 9, 10.
Too early.
11.
Okay. Liam?
Yeah.
You're 22?
Yeah, that's right.
What's up?
First, I'd like to thank you guys for taking my call.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a real honor being able to talk with you gentlemen like this.
Sure.
And I'd also like to say a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Sure.
Ever since I saw that one episode on TV where Bobcat farted on you, man, I was just hooked.
Yeah, well, I can't take full credit for that because I just held still while Bob farted on me, but...
However, you can take credit for having fought to get Bobcat on the show, since he was not an MTV guest, not a good guest.
That's right.
Not somebody that anybody wanted on Loveline.
MTV did not want Bob to come on the show, and magically, when somebody dropped out the last second, they said, hey, can you call your buddy Bob? We'd love to have him.
Well, I thought it was a great episode myself.
Well, so did most people, and it just goes to show you why Everyone should listen to what I say when I say it.
Of course.
Thank you very much. Everyone listen to me. There you go.
Okay, that brings me to my question. It's related to those two callers who called in last night who had that ability to fart on demand.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I have the same talent.
My God.
You've unearthed this sort of parallel universe.
Speaking
It's the
of
secret society.
Of epidemics, yeah.
Well, I learned it in 8th grade, so I've been honing my skills, so to speak, for the past 9 years.
Did you just sort of come upon it, or did somebody pass along this skill?
Well, what do you mean, pass along? The hand of God reaches through the clouds and touches your sphincter. What do you mean?
Your parents hire a teacher or something?
Well, I've tried to teach it to other people, and some of them have picked up on it, and some of them just can't do it. Maybe I had the talent already, and I just needed some guidance.
I'd like to know. So can you explain to me how to do it? This is where you fart on demand, which is like belching on demand. I mean, when you tell... Now, we can almost... I'd say 90% of society can belch on demand, because when someone says, yeah, I think a woman can too. If you say, listen, can you belch? They go, okay.
All right.
They have to do an inverted belch. They have to belch in that...
Yeah,
and then it comes out again.
It's the same principle. You're taking, air in and then... expelling it.
Right, but I can't do that with my ass.
Well, anyway...
we can't swallow, we can't speak.
The best way that I can explain it is I get on my back, and what I do is I throw my legs up in the air.
Over your head?
Right, over my head. So essentially my knees are... Each knee is on each side of my head.
On your ears, right?
And I guess the best way to say it is that I let my abdomen relax just totally.
Uh-huh.
And I sit there for a few seconds, and just the air just sucks in on its own.
You're gay.
Uh-huh. And can you be wearing jeans? Doesn't matter what you're wearing?
I find that it's easier when I'm wearing sweats, like really loose clothing.
Uh-huh.
No IV tubing required or anything?
No. And can you do that for us tonight?
A little demonstration?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I guess I could muster something up.
I'm going to try that too, Drew.
Well, first of all, I had a question for Dr. Drew about this.
Yeah?
Is there any chance that I could do any kind of damage at all to myself if I...
Well, it's your neck and spine.
Yeah.
I mean, throwing your, boxing your ears with your knees on a regular basis can't be too good for that.
Otherwise, I have no known complications.
It's not like there's textbooks written on this stuff. All right, Liam, go ahead. Give us a little demonstration.
All right, it might take a few seconds to muster up a...
All right, well, listen, while he's doing that, I'm going to give it a try, too.
No. If you discover this,
That's what I'm saying.
Adam.
A major breakthrough.
Oh, my God. If you're able to do this, I'd find a new partner. You'll sit around amusing yourself all day at home.
If this works, I'll not be in tomorrow night.
I believe you.
Or the next night.
Oh, that's right.
All right, hang on, Drew. You talk for a second.
All right, so Liam, you on the phone still?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, you doing your thing?
Yeah, are you guys ready?
Yeah, Adam's now, he's also, he's on the floor now himself.
Room in this studio.
Well, do you want to use the mic, Adam? Oh, no. Okay, Liam, do your thing.
Okay, hang on.
Wait a minute, I got one.
No way. Oh my God. Do you hear Liam?
Hey, the mic's not long enough.
I'm having a little farter's block right now, but,
Yeah. Hey, Liam.
Yeah.
I ripped one, too, but I think I already had one.
No, you got to start off dry, dude. That's cheating.
Yeah, all right, hold on. What do I think about again?
Relaxing your abdomen.
Yeah, that's the best way that I can describe it. Just let your stomach go totally relaxed.
I wonder if people actually understand that Adam is here on his head on the floor of the studio right now.
Jesus, I can't breathe.
You guys should do this on the TV show.
Drew, move my scrotum. I can't see.
What a dumb thing to do.
Yeah, it's too bad that we don't have either like an internet camera or television camera in here right now. This would be quite a moment.
Oh.
That would be nice.
Liam, I'm sort of pissed at you for starting this. Excuse me, I'm sort of angry with you for starting this.
Well, I knew that Adam would appreciate it, so...
I know, he appreciates it so much, though. He's going to knock him off the floor here.
Listen.
Wait, here he comes.
All right, well, wait a minute. Here's the problem. I cannot relax while my rectum is dangling out in the wind that way, There's the imminent danger of sodomy going on. I mean, you're in that position.
It's me.
Listen, if the dog walks in the room and you're that way, you're dead meat.
Well, it's an acquired position.
Too, Brutus.
Oh, man. I did squeeze one off, Liam, but I got to be honest with you. I may have had that round in the chamber before I actually hit the floor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but did you hear that one, Drew?
Yeah, I did.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Liam. Hey, Liam.
Yeah.
Have you tried lighting those?
I've tried that, and I can't seem to do it. I always wind up just blowing the flame out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have enough methane. I think that's my problem.
Yeah, because you know what you're sucking in is essentially fresh air, and you're just spitting it back out again.
No methane.
It's not real gas that's produced.
Interesting.
It's not like
so that wouldn't serve your evil needs at all.
It's what you call a cultured fart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a cultured
acculturated.
pearl.
Yeah.
It's not made. It's not made over time by nature. It's something
it's
that
industrial.
Yeah, a little Japanese guy made it. Right.
But since there's little methane in this, thankfully this would not serve your evil needs, right?
No, I mean audibly it would, but not nasally. No. Okay. Arturo?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey, well, I was still with my girlfriend around New Year's, and it was like a day after, or the same day that she had finished having her period, you know? And the condom broke, and I had some cum in there, and I was wondering if she could get pregnant.
She sure could. Why don't you...
Was the cum in there before you put the condom on, or...?
No, I just cummed and I kept on going.
No, you did.
Are you aware that there's...
More things you can do at 17, Drew.
There's something called an emergency contraceptive you can use after an event like that. For up to 3 days afterwards, you can get a pill that she can take. She takes just 2 doses, and it will decrease the risk of that being a pregnancy by over 75%. It's Prevent or Plan B, and it ain't an abortion.
Right.
In fact, it could one day eliminate abortions.
Once you have that orgasm, you really gotta stop, drop, and roll. That's what I do over the refrigerator. That's my move. I should do a PSA. If you keep humping after you have an orgasm in the condom, is it any more vulnerable?
To what?
Breakage or slippage?
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like it would be the slippage because now you have a lubricant in there, and the penis is heading in for the winter.
Yeah.
It's like
shrinking.
a bear that's hibernating, yeah.
The turtle's head's pulling
Your
back.
penis like, you're taking a last look around the vagina before it heads in for the long winter. All right. Angela?
Yes.
You're 24?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
My question was kind of like, I was married, and he was really mean to me all the time. We had some big fights that ended up with police being called, and it was really bad.
Shut up! Yes.
And he was, we had a really especially bad one where the police were called, and they came and they questioned me, and I said that he didn't touch me, and he didn't hit me or anything.
How many yeah,
Go
he
ahead.
had?
Yeah, he did.
How many times had the police shown up?
Actually, the last time was the only time they ever had to come.
So just once?
The last time. And it was like 2 months, and my mother
just
was...
agree and say yes, right?
My mother was trying to convince me to leave him, so finally got the courage, and as soon as they got the courage, he got cancer. And so he was in remission from cancer, and 4 years later, he went through a relapse, and I felt really bad, and I couldn't leave him, and then he got, he seemed to be getting better, and then I left, and then when I left, he took it down for the worst, and he died last week. And I feel completely, horribly guilty. I feel like it's my fault that he's dead, and I don't feel like I have any right to feel anything because I feel like I may be the one who's killed him. I know that it's probably preposterous, but...
Well, I don't know.
What kind of cancer did he have?
He had something that was, it was a pediatric tumor called rhabdomyosarcoma.
Wow, that's unusual.
And what happened was, and I don't know if it's the hospital's fault or not, but they let it go. They shrunk it down to...
Yeah, but sarcomas are bad.
Well, they shrunk it down and let it go for like 3 or 4 months, and then it grew to the size of a basketball in his abdomen.
Yeah, but the sarcomas that's bad news.
Death sentence?
Basically, yeah.
Hey, Angela?
Yeah.
So he knew that he had this since what age?
He got it first time when he was 19.
19 is when they shrunk it down.
No, he got it the first time when he was 19, and he went through remission, and it was gone, and he went through remission, and he went through relapse when we were married for a year and a half or so.
So it's not as though he came up with a new diagnosis of cancer. You married him knowing he had cancer.
Yeah, but...
When did they shrink it down?
I guess it was 6 or 7 months after, because he got it not last August, but the August before that of 98.
Basically, Angela, the only thing worse than a cancer is a sarcoma.
That's not a cancer?
It's a worse than cancer.
All right, so, Angela...
So you didn't understand.
The guy was ill and essentially had a death sentence since the word go, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, this guy wasn't due to live past 26.
You had nothing to do with this.
I know that he was doing really well, and he looked really good.
Hey, Angela.
All right, well...
If he never met you, he'd be dead now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
That's absolutely the case.
Hey, Angela, how old was he when he died?
He was 26.
Oh.
He had just turned 26.
Where did you learn that you are responsible for everything that happens to everybody else?
Well, she just feels
Well, his
guilty.
parents his parents don't like me for the obvious reasons. I left for someone he was dying.
Why was he...
That's a different issue, though, isn't it? Is that whether you feel that he felt abandoned at a time when you can't make amends now. Maybe you hurt him before you could make it right.
What kind of guy was he? Why was he abusing you? What kind of abuse?
He was just getting angry. The fight in question, well, one time we had a fight about a movie, which was stupid. And
yeah, but I mean, in general, did he ever hit you?
He took me and shook me and threw me against the wall. He threw me down the stairs, threw me out the door once.
So, I mean, he generally was a physical guy.
Yeah.
And not a great guy.
Yeah, and there were other issues why I left.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, your biggest issue is probably marrying this guy.
So he didn't act this way until after we were married.
Yeah, but you know what?
You picked him.
You picked him, and I don't believe that. I mean, put it this way. I know people who are incapable of this. They just are. You know what I mean? The only people I would surround myself... Well, I mean...
Incapable of marrying somebody like this, you mean?
No, of being this way.
Yeah.
Of murdering somebody, of abusing somebody physically, of stealing from somebody, of lying. I mean, the people I know, like I know Drew is incapable of doing this. I'm not so sure about his wife, but I know Drew is incapable of doing it. I know my friends are incapable of doing it. I couldn't marry somebody thinking, well, they haven't done it yet. Or I just didn't know it, and then it turns out they turn out to have some bodies in the trunk of their car. I mean, even though it's a personality flaw for them, there's something up with you that you don't notice that.
Yep.
You should see that coming up.
Yep.
All right, she feels guilty. This is something that happened, a tragedy. It's recent. I mean, you're going to have 1,000 feelings.
Yeah, you feel guilty for surviving.
Right.
Feel guilty for abandoning him. But again, there's something more...
you don't abandon somebody who beats on you.
Right. There's something much more global going on with her where she feels responsible in a really grandiose way for everything that happens.
Okay.
I killed him. I may have... forget it.
Okay. Let's... so, you know, therapy, counseling, read a book. I mean, it's a tough time. Don't take all the feelings you're having right now seriously because this is a tragedy that just happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a ton of feelings, and a lot of them are going to be confusing. John?
Yes.
You're 30.
Yes. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good.
My question is, I want my ejaculation to stream harder and further.
Right.
And I was wondering if there's anything I can do about that.
Why?
Well, because it's a turn on to two of my girlfriends.
Okay. Here's what you do. Girlfriends, by the way. Hey, John?
Yeah.
John, remember you were, in school and junior high and high school, and you go down to get a drink out of the drinking fountain and some joker stuffed gum in it, and it squirted you right in the eye? I'm telling you, shove gum in your penis. I've done this before, Drew. Think about it. You have the drinking fountain, you turn the handle, the thing comes out, makes a 3 or 4 inch arch and then falls down into the basin, right? Yeah. But you shove a little gum in there, break a pencil off in there, that thing flies up, hits the ceiling. Same thing with the penis.
What is with this guy?
Oh, he's just an idiot. And it's always funny to me when guys like this say girlfriends, because when I close my eyes and picture the girlfriends, I either picture like prostitutes or just something that he scraped up off the underside of some trash can lid somewhere. Yeah.
But no woman, I doubt there's a woman walking the planet that has ever sort of wished their guy would do that.
More semen, please.
And farther and with more degree of force. That is many, many years I've been doing this show now. What, 16 years?
Yes.
And that topic has never been raised.
You've never heard, could you get just a little more on the curtain behind the bed?
I'm concerned about my boyfriend. It's just...
it's
something I really need for the encounter to be gratifying.
You got one eye, but what about the other?
Yeah, see?
No.
Never.
No. You just women would be happy if nothing came out, like a smokeless ashtray or cigarette. Remember they're trying to work out the smokeless cigarettes for a while?
Sure.
They'd love a smokeless penis.
But that's back to that thing we brought up last night, is why in porn films do they have that shot?
Huh?
Why do they have that?
What, the money shot?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Doesn't that gross guys out?
No.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'll tell you what. Let me explain what the allure and the attraction of the money shot is.
It escapes
in
me
porn
entirely, so please.
movie.
It's not for women. It's not for women. We can establish that. Right.
Not for women who are watching?
Right. Women
no,
would
but
not consider-
women don't watch much pornography.
But for even those that would, no woman would find that an appealing thing.
All right. Well, since there's only one man in this room, I'll be doing the talking on pornography for just a second.
Well, you've done this field work too, so
certainly have. If you want to call field work whacking off my bedroom.
Well, you've done it
technically field work.
You've done it enough times to call it a lot of things.
I do extensive indoor field work. Okay. It's a crescendo. It means it's done. It's why they save the cymbals for the end of the song. Ba 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 bum bum ba.
But there are other ways
hold on. You know when they do a fireworks display? You know the biggest, best is at the very end. It's how you know it's over.
But let's say
time to fast forward for me.
Let's say they indicate that, right? The other ways to indicate it.
Yeah, but showing a guy's sweaty face going, oh yeah, that ain't it. That ain't. You know it's over.
Is it because guys then go, yeah, it's not. They're not really doing it or something.
All right. Yes, you do. Yes. Okay. There is that. So it is a verification. It's a verification. It's a crescendo.
Okay,
it means
so the veracity of the moment is sustained. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And there's a musical element. We build. There's a coda at the end. Yes. The coda. Okay. Yeah.
Now,
any other artistic framework we want to put this in?
Yes. Number 3. Oh,
I think it came from
I lost my train of thought. Okay, number 3 is there's a certain upping of the ante that goes on in our society and has been going on for a number of years.
With pornography.
With pornography, with sports, with everything.
All right.
I mean, with pro wrestling.
Did they show those kinds of things?
Look at pro wrestling from the 60s and look at pro wrestling now. Look at what guys do in the NFL. They used to tackle guys. Now they take their heads off. They used to do layups. Now they do monster jams.
But did they show those shots in like Taboo 2?
Yes.
Okay, so no, that argument doesn't hold.
No, but it was not. No, it was the money shot, but it's where the change lands.
What?
Not how much money's coming out of the nickel roll.
No, I'm just wondering why they have it at all.
Hold on, I'm confused myself.
I wonder why they have it at all.
Well,
it's
first,
a bizarre thing.
Okay. You want the chronology? First porn movies probably did not have what they call a money shot. Did not have any semen coming out of anyone's penis, right?
Yeah.
Now, as the ante gets upped, then you have to keep pushing the envelope. And now you got the money shot. Well, where's the money shot? It's on the carpet. Then it goes to the belly. Then it goes from the belly to the chest. Then it goes from the chest to the face. Then it goes from the face to the sphincter. And now it goes on to the midget sphincter. And then it's on the, bisexual midget sphincters wearing the devil's cape and pitchfork. And it just keeps going from there. You understand?
Yeah, I don't know if I buy your analysis, but
we live in a society where the ante is up. I mean, speaking of that, I mean, like we've talked about with when we have some of these guys in here from the X Games or something. Look what guys are doing on skateboards and bikes now. I mean, if you could get both wheels in the air higher than 6 inches 20 years ago, you were considered, ready to turn pro. Now you got to take both feet off the pegs and blow yourself.
Although
before you hit the ground.
Extreme things, those extreme things don't.
Ante.
And they're up the ante. Those things don't disgust the entire human race.
All right, 2 more quick points, and then we go to break. Pornography oftentimes is for guys that aren't crazy about gals.
Right, that's true. All right, there you go. So that's the deal.
A little pink eye for the road feels pretty good to most guys that are watching.
Because the whole thing is a big aggression against women. A lot of it is.
Decent amount of it is. And number 8 now. Oh, I found one that Drew likes, so all my other ones are nil and void except for that one. The other one is sometimes the guy's penis represents your penis. Under a magnifying glass in my case, but his penis is my penis, and I would like to have an orgasm.
Is your penis instructing your penis at the time? Is
it talking to it? No, the dog instructs my penis. I just watch his. But his penis may become my penis at a certain point, and I want to have an orgasm.
I understand.
You see?
Got it. Now you're starting to make sense.
Thank you very much.
Now go back on the floor and figure out how to make guesses.
I'll work that out. All right, it is Loveline. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak with Lee. Lee is 18. How to tell boyfriend of 2 years that she is in love with her best friend, who is a girl. We'll get to that after this.
We'll be right back with more.
Loveline is brought to you by Taco Bell and Car Toys.
Yep. Hello. It's Loveline. I'll tell you something, kids. Drew and I, we sit around all damn night and just try to figure out how stuff works.
People.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
Bob, 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 Bob. That is exactly what it sounds like during the show. During the commercial.
She really got into it, too.
Yeah.
Offered some good advice.
Yeah. Phone screener and interim producer Lisa came in and explained why guys were attracted to the facial money shot. And, yeah, it's a little bit of who's boss now, honey. And let's face it.
Aggression.
Guys that are attracted to porn in general.
Aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Sure. I mean, after the age of, how old am I? 25, 36, I'd say it becomes aggressive.
Again, it's who's their predominant audience they're trying to serve.
Right.
That's the deal.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. Not a bunch of guys that are in love with their mother and their wife.
Right.
Okay. Where are we? Okay, Drew, stop the doodling. Lee?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah, hi, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Well, as you can tell, I have a bit of a problem. I've been going out with my boyfriend, Matt, for about 2 years now, and I love him a lot. But about a year ago, one of my best friends, who I've known a lot of my life, I started having feelings for.
Female.
Yeah, female.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. You got to figure, you name your girl Lee, you're asking for trouble in the lesbian department.
well, see, that's...
You can blame your parents for that one.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, I tried to, forget about it. But, the feelings kept getting stronger and stronger, and, every time I hang out with her, I always...
Do you think... Right. Okay, you're into her. Do you think she has any feelings for you?
See, I don't know, man. I don't know, I don't know how to, ask her or whatever, and I also don't know how to tell my boyfriend. And,
oh, boy.
But the other thing is, I love my boyfriend a lot, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what would make you think that you even had a snowball's chance in hell with this girl?
Just because, there's been a few occasions where we'd be hanging out with a bunch of us, and I'd look at her, and, sort of gaze, and, she'd look at me back and gaze back, and you kind of get that kind of signal.
A feeling. I
remember when I was looking at this gaze back once, working it pretty good. All right, just a little pun joke there, Drew. Nothing bad with that, gaze and back. All right, hey, Lee?
Yeah.
Geez, and you're really in love with your boyfriend?
I am. He's been there for me for 2 years. Through all the hard times that I've been through. And
what hard times? What are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
There's been, I've had a little problem with my dad.
What happened?
Oh, now we're getting to it.
My dad mentally and verbally abused me my whole life.
Okay.
And so, a couple years ago when I had a falling out with him, I just didn't want to put up with that anymore.
Good.
He was there for me, and...
What did you do?
What do you mean?
Did you move out?
I've been through therapy and everything, and I haven't spoken to my dad since.
Wow.
And I'm that whole issue, from my point of view and from my therapist's point of view, is totally clear.
What is the issue?
Just that I don't want to have anything to do with him. I don't want to put up with what he made me put up with for the past 16 years.
And what did he do?
He was just very abusive towards me. He'd always tell me that I sucked and that I was worthless and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, maybe he had it coming.
I can imagine she wouldn't want to be around men after that.
Yeah.
After your comment, especially.
Okay. Hey, Lee?
Yeah.
You think you like girls, or you think you really hate your dad?
No, you know what it is? I think I'm
Or you just like this one girl?
Just this one girl.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go ahead.
I don't find any other girls attractive. I just find this one particular one.
Here, let me just tell you something, Lee, and this is one thing to watch out for, is that people that have been abused will eroticize caring contact. If somebody is genuinely available to you and cares for you, that will become an erotic moment for you oftentimes.
Yeah.
And people do that all the time. And it's not even about sexual orientation. It's about the way they manage their feelings.
And they put all their eggs in one emotional basket, too. They find somebody and they lock onto them with their radar, and then they start whipping up all these elaborate fantasies about the person. I don't know why the more screwed up you get or somebody made you, the more you lock on to somebody else. But if you really look at it, that's the essence of stalking.
Right. Oh, yes, fantasy.
You screwed with someone is terribly screwed with, and then they lock on to David Letterman, and they start believing they're married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I don't trust this one. Harmony,
Yeah.
you're 15?
Yeah.
You want to locate your sister that you were separated from as a baby?
Yeah.
All right. How come?
Well, when I was 2 years old, my mom died, and that caused my dad to get very upset and emotional, and so he killed himself. And I was separated away. I was taken away from my sister. I was taken to another place, and her and my brother were taken to some other family or whatever. And when I was probably around 8, I was sitting with my stepmom, my aunt, and we were looking through a photo album, and I saw this one picture of these two little girls, and they looked exactly alike, and there was a little boy standing behind them. And I asked her who it was, and she said that it was it was me on the right and my twin on the left, and then the boy behind.
Is a twin?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then the boy behind us was my brother. And when that happened when I was 8, and then when I was 9, I got a letter in the mail from him. And his name is Christopher, and I went to go right back. And what ended up happening was the letter was sent back to me, and it was said that the address did not exist. And all this stuff happened, and he's never tried to contact me again. And I know that if I find my sister, which will be easier, because we're twins and we're obviously going to look like,
right?
That if I find her, then I'll probably find my brother, because I was told that they were kept together.
Okay.
Boy, I could see where you'd want to pursue this.
Yeah,
You usually kind of discourage this kind of thing, but this is...
Well, with their parents, but their brother or sister, fine.
And
they'll be prepared for a huge disappointment.
But
everyone turns out to be crap.
But the twin issue, that bond the twins have, the people's je ne sais quoi, that's something that people try to write about. Je
ne sais quoi is French for a little something different. A little something else, a little something, something you can't explain.
I don't know what it means. Literally, I don't know.
Yeah, but with the way they use it is I mean, like if someone has a certain je ne sais quoi, it's a certain something, a certain extra.
I don't know what.
Supermodels may have a certain je ne sais quoi.
But be that as it may, it's something that twins, or it's well written about, that there is a bond there, and that is something that I can imagine you would feel empty and a piece of yourself having been lost, that you'd want to reestablish contact with.
Yeah.
Hey, Harmony?
Yeah?
Where were you when your dad killed himself?
I was with a babysitter.
Oh, okay. And I guess your sister, everyone was being looked after?
Yeah, we were, all three of us, I guess, were with a babysitter.
All right, how old's your brother?
I think he's 4 years older than us. I'm not quite sure.
And, with all this internet stuff and stuff now, it's pretty easy to find somebody. Now, you don't know her last name?
No, mine used to be Gilmore, but it was changed to a different last name when I was adopted by my aunt and my uncle.
Hey, do you know how to work a computer?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Jeez, I wish I knew how to work a computer.
Do you want to...
You get on the computer, and they have all these... so I was just talking about it with someone today. They have all these sites, these search sites for locating people now.
Yeah.
Just get on the computer and start fumbling your way through it and see what you can find in terms of these sites that locate people. Maybe it costs $50. I don't know. But...
Do you want her to give out her last name and the city and state she's calling from, at least?
No, all right. Harmony?
Yeah.
$40?
You want to give out your last name and the city and state you're calling from, just so you can give a hint to one of your...
Pardon me, I can't hear you, sorry.
Do you want to give out your last name and the city and state you're calling from, just in case there's a family member listening that can...
No, not really.
Well, okay. There you go, Drew. Glad we got her back. You try to help the kids. Greg?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to talk to Harmony one more second. Harmony.
Yeah.
Here's your best chance of finding it. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Aerial surveillance.
Pardon, Ariel?
Aerial surveillance. Right? Just write that down. Aerial surveillance. If it, because the top of her head looks the same as Harmony's, right, Drew?
I see.
Greg?
Yes.
You're 18.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I have a little problem. I kind of, like, me and this girl, we kind of have this little thing going on. But the problem is that she is my best friend's girlfriend.
Right. All right.
So, but I just got out of a relationship also. And, like, I mean, when I was talking to the girl on the phone, she said that it was irrelevant, but it really isn't, because I think if I wasn't getting involved with this girl right now, I'd be back with my old girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know what to do. It's almost like a no.
All right, I don't care. How can I not care so much?
Because he seems to have no connection with what he's doing to all these other people. No remorse, no nothing.
I always think of me.
Flat.
I don't care about him.
Well, the fact is he shouldn't be screwing with his friend's girlfriend, and that's just a mess. He should
Okay. Stop
Get
screwing
away-
around with your friend's girlfriend.
Get away from
Or
both
tell you, or if you're in love with her, tell her she's got to break up with.
Quick, immediately.
Yeah. Let me just say one thing to someone here. Gina,
Yeah.
you're 22.
Uh-huh.
You have an opinion on me?
Well, yeah, I had a question also. I heard on the radio last night that you guys were going to be in Santa Barbara.
That's right.
When was that? I didn't write it down.
Next Saturday?
The 15th.
At UC Santa Barbara.
UC Santa Barbara.
That's right.
Somewhere.
Right.
Outside, I think.
Okay.
It was never work outside, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually just my opinion about you, Adam. I also heard a young lady call in last night and tell you that you were very sexy.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's one. I've been
And
doing the
Dr.
show for
Drew-
4.5 years. I get one.
Dr. Drew cannot, Dr. Drew kept asking the young girl why. She
What was
couldn't
wrong
tell
with
you.
her? Yeah.
Well, my opinion is, if you want to hear it, I think you're sexy because there's an appeal to you.
Uh-huh.
Because you're sexy.
Slow down. Let me write this down.
Adam, you're sexy because
There's an
sexy.
appeal to me.
There's an appeal to you. It's almost like someone can do or say almost anything in front of you, and it's okay, very comfortable.
Aha.
So nobody can be ashamed of themselves as Adam should be.
No.
I see.
You can almost do or say anything in front of Adam, and it'd be okay.
That equals sexy. See, women have a different
Thank you.
perception of what's sexy.
You could be yourself around Adam.
Yeah. All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gina.
Bye.
Hey, Gina,
Yes.
if we see you in Santa Barbara,
Uh-huh.
I don't want you to be yourself. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. I want you to wear 3 girdles, a corset cinched up extra tight, and speak with a Yiddish accent.
But
True.
Swahili with
What
it
is sexy about let me tell you the problem about life. It's one big fat disappointment after the next. Even with something good, and I've been doing this show for over 4 years, and once every 14 months, someone calls up and says Adam's cute, and then has a question about methadone. But
right.
just at the point where I think I'm getting a little momentum going with the ladies, the payoff is so anticlimactic. You know what I mean? Last night a girl called, said Adam was sexy, couldn't quite articulate it, couldn't quite put it into words, but I'm here to straighten them out and explain why.
Yeah.
I'm leaning back and I'm thinking,
good.
She's going for the eyes, maybe the ass. It's going to be something good. I'm really gonna have a spirited round of masturbation, and I'm thinking about myself, And what is the reason I'm sexy? Because I hold still while you talk. Because I will not pass judgment. Hey, a dog will do that. A retarded guy will do that. Anyone will do that. Drew, you do that.
I do that.
Everyone does that.
Yep.
That doesn't make you sexy. All right, listen, I'm going to need better than that. You people are going to have to really dig deep and get creative and call and explain why I'm sexy.
Oh, God.
Because I swear to God, I'll go home and kill myself. All right, we'll be back after this. The Loveline. I'm Adam. It's Papa Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yeah.
Ready to get back on the phone here, Drew?
I don't see any calls about you being sexy up there. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, though. I'll come. The gents will call in any minute now. Alex?
Hello.
You're 16.
Yes.
What's up?
I was wondering, like, if there's, like, a remedy for, like, a bad trip.
When you're remedy?
What?
In what sense? What is it you're looking for?
Like, if you're on acid or shrooms or something, is there, like, is there some, when you're going through, like, a bad trip, you know what I'm saying when I say a bad trip?
Yeah.
Like,
what are you trying to say, bad trip?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Listen. The guy just said F you, but he didn't say it in a mean way. He was saying it like he was kidding around.
But you're on the radio.
But here's what goes on with a lot of our callers. You don't realize that smoking a ton of weed and dropping a bunch of acid, you don't realize what it does to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, if you didn't smoke a bunch of weed, do a bunch of mushrooms, and drop a bunch of acid, you would not say F you to somebody who was on a national radio show when you were on a national radio show after you've been on hold for 34 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you'll chalk that up to anything but that, but I'm telling you, it's that.
Yeah.
That and a sprinkling of stupidity, but mostly that. And you don't know it. I was telling my buddy Louise this the other day, He's smoking a bunch of weed, He was over at my house. He was cutting a bunch of stuff up, and he screwed up a whole bunch of stuff, And he's like, hey, listen, I'm not a master carpenter. I was like, hey, listen, you're stoned. No. I just know. No.
You're on drugs.
Yeah.
Brain doesn't work around.
Nah, it doesn't affect me. It's like, why do you
please.
do it? You know what I mean?
If it doesn't affect you, why do you do it?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with smoking a little weed, but those of you who wake and bake, those of you who are, 16 and doing acid and dropping mushrooms twice a week, you people, you think it doesn't affect you? It affects you.
A lot.
I can tell.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear you say that, because
Of course.
And we know that. We know that it does. To have to defend against...
Listen, I got high, New Year's Eve, I started eating my slipper. Of course it affects you. Brad?
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Let me answer this question, though. His question was, can you do anything in a bad trip? And, yeah, what we do in a hospital, like if somebody comes in an emergency room with that kind of thing, is you give them large doses of benzodiazepines, Valium-like drugs.
Oh, really?
And it does sort of slow things down, but there's nothing anybody's... If you're having bad trip...
You mean you're taking a Valium? You take drugs on top of drugs?
Oh, yeah.
Would you give me one of them Valium?
For what?
For what? Whatever. What if I have a bad trip?
Okay.
Start eating another one of my slippers. I've been hearing about Valium. All right, either give me a Valium or a Quaalude. Because I've been hearing about... Okay, well, now you got to get me a Valium.
All right.
Now, too, because you can't give me the Quaalude. You can't score the Quaalude. I've been hearing about this Valium for 100 years. I've never, ever taken one.
It's the same as... Very similar to the sleeping medications you've taken. Very similar.
Yeah, that's true. I got all hyped out on Vicodin, and that turned out to be nothing.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Brad?
Yeah.
You're 16.
First off, I'd like to say that you both are great. I listen to your show every night. And this question is mainly for Dr. Drew.
Yep.
I've been getting ingrown toenails for at least the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally went and saw a podiatrist, and we did a surgery to remove them. And in order to prevent them from growing back, he used some sort of an acid, which he said was over 95% effective, but may have some side effects. But really didn't go into what the side effects were. And I was wondering,
Use an acid on the toenail?
Well, what he did is on the left side, he totally numbed the toe.
Yeah.
Then he sliced down.
Right, and pulled off the rest of the nail.
Yeah. He pulled off part of the ingrown.
Yeah.
And then I guess where the nail grows out, he used some sort of acid to stop it.
All right, Drew, you got to talk to him off the air.
That's fine.
Can you?
I will. It's no problem.
Really? Because I had enough about the ingrown.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now, when we come back, I think we're going to talk to John, who was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome. Poor guy. Drew, the guy has Tourette's syndrome, having a hold for 67 minutes.
Right.
Imagine the kind of language he's using.
Okay.
With your name. All right, we'll be back after this.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. Wow, 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 you know you say, wow, wow, you know you can. We'll be right back.
All right, we're going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
radio station
94.7 NRK.
Hello, are you happy people?
Portland's new rock alternative.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Drew's got his personal computer hooked up here. He's on the drdrew.com.
And I'm trying to get into a chat room.
Want to know if I've ever went in a chat room? Yes. Here's the chat room experience I have, Drew. Once or twice a year, Rock, the mother station here out in Los Angeles, throws a big concert, the Weenie Roast or the Acoustic Christmas. And they begged me to go in and sit down with these Earthlink chat rooms.
Right.
I believe it's Earthlink. And there's always some annoying woman. Oh, you have to sit down and chat. We have Adam. And first off, I can't type, so it's uncomfortable. But it's okay. They have a woman who types for me. Why do all women who type well have incredibly long fingernails? You know, I'm always like, how is it you type with those claws growing out of your fingers that way? Don't worry. Connie will type for you. So now's the news. So I sit down. I don't know. Where's Blink 182? Type. I don't know. When is Blink 182 going to be on the chat room? I don't know. Type. He doesn't know. Where's Drew? Type. He don't know. You rule, Adam. Do you want to respond to that? Thank you. Type. Thank you. And then there's a whole list of questions now scrolling by. You're gay. Yeah. You're an a-hole. I love you.
That stuff you don't even see.
Marry me. It's just going by. Bye. And then there'll be one that was I went to North Hollywood High, too. What year did you graduate? 1982. Type, 1982. Yeah. And I sit there for about 10 minutes, and I look around, and I go, what the hell are we doing?
Yes.
And they look at me, and they go, we're in the chat room. And I go, yeah, but this sucks. And they go, yeah, it is kind of lame. And I go, yeah, can I leave now? And they go, yeah, sorry. And I leave. 6 months later, the next concert comes up. Adam, come, please, you have to come into the chat room. They're dying to talk to you. All right, sit down. Where's Blink 182? You know, these things are worthless unless you're trying to get laid. They really are. They swear to Christ,
I'm going to pull up one of our chats
You
here.
just said you're going to do that 10 minutes ago. You pulled up a recipe for gazpacho.
No, I'll get one of our chats here. You'll see that they have to be sort of facilitated by some. First of all, our chats are sort of organized in ways that...
It's just a bunch of random thoughts scrolling by at 1,000 miles an hour.
You'd be amazed. Some people really get into interesting kinds of conversations, support each other, develop relationships, and communities develop.
How can one guy talk to 30,000 people and have an interesting conversation?
They don't. The rooms usually don't get bigger than 15, 20 people, and they go to other rooms if it's bigger than that.
Everyone has a retarded handle. Chewy from Alhambra wants to know where Blink 182
Look
is.
At these things. You ever seen these things? Watch what I'm going to do here.
It's a huge waste of time.
No, watch
this chat rooms.
Well, look at this. Look at these forums. See this?
Listen, if you have a TV set, you should not be wasting your time in a chat room.
Look at these forums. People post up in our forums. I'm in drdrew.com here on the site now. I'm going to join you guys in a chat room if I can just break in. And you can post messages and stories and things that have happened to you.
Oh yeah, there's one.
Wait a minute.
Where's Blink 182? Fine. All right, can we move on here, Drew?
Right.
I think you've proved my point quite nicely. John?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
Okay, you just got diagnosed with Tourette's.
I've actually had it for about a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
And all the medications that I've done, like how I've had like serious side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was on this medication called clonidine,
yeah.
And I had like really bad chest pains for a couple years. And they thought I had a heart murmur, but it was just like skipping beats all over the place. And I don't know, it was a big mess. And one of the medications I had made me lose like a bunch of weight. And I was always sleeping. I almost failed out of high school.
How does your Tourette's manifest?
I'm ADHD.
Right.
And
do you know that ADD, ADHD, Tourette's, OCD, and addiction are all very closely related conditions?
Okay. And I was on Ritalin for about a year and a half.
Sure.
And then like the twitches started. Like I started out like with just like minor facial tics. and then it went to like more like my shoulder would like pop out sometimes, just like fly around. My neck like swings around every once in a while. Like sometimes I'll have vocal outbursts, but I pretty much keep those under control. Like when they happen, I just like I'll just like start making my face twitch to like get around like the vocal stuff.
So I mean, if you feel a vocal outburst coming on, you can keep your mouth closed and let it manifest itself in a physical way.
Sometimes I can do that. Otherwise, but if I feel it like it's really strong, I can just like I'll make like a little noise or something come out, and I'll try to cover it up by like coughing or like clearing my throat or something, which
All right,
really
so
goes over there.
so the manifestations are not real profound, right? They're not disturbing your life or affecting your productivity. Or,
Yeah,
right?
like every once in a while, when I twitch a lot, like my facial stuff.
Yeah, but you're able to function okay, right?
What's that?
You function okay socially?
Actually, I've been made fun of like pretty much since I've had it.
So you'd like to have the symptoms under control.
Yeah, and plus it's like it's endangering me sometimes. Like I'll be skating down the street and I'll be like twitching a lot and I can't tell what's going on. And I'll fall and like rip my face up on the ground.
That's nice.
And that's not very fun.
No. All right. So Drew.
Yeah.
What?
I think
should you do?
there's tons of different medication for Tourette's now, and I think you ought to keep trying to find something that works. But he needs to be sure that he's being treated by a doctor who really has a great deal of experience dealing with Tourette's. Clonidine, reasonable drug for Tourette's, with very limited side effects. But it didn't work for him. He's got to find something that works.
All right, so you keep experimenting.
Well, not experimenting. Just get with somebody who knows how to treat this.
Well,
condition.
I mean, you
trying things.
try another medication
Yes,
to see if
yes,
it works.
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes,
you're 36.
I am.
What's up?
Well, actually, I was just listening. Like everyone else, I listen to you every night, but
Drew, stop it with the marks a lot, please. I'm going to kill myself.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like everyone else?
Well, when I hear people calling in and saying, "Oh, I listen to you every night," and I do. I'm a healthcare professional, and it cracks me up. You guys do a great job giving excellent information to people, but I think that the attraction to you, Adam, is that you have a great sense of humor. I mean, I'm sure that's why they chose you to be on the show.
Yeah. It's kind of masked in the whole the cultured and very erudite presentation, but
Right.
there is humor
I'm the
there.
Tony Randall of late night FM.
Yeah,
radio.
there is humor there.
It is, and it's fun to listen to, but the information that you give is so accurate.
Well, what's the part about me that's attractive? That's what I'd like to find out.
Well, and you always dog yourself. I mean, about the way you look,
Sure.
and you're not unattractive.
Thank you.
And I don't have cable. I'm one of those people who haven't stepped even into the 1900s, but I just have seen like little snippets on television.
Right.
Or have seen you both.
So you're calling to say I'm not unattractive.
I don't. Right.
Thank you.
I think. I think that you are attractive. I
Oh.
say that you're not unattractive, but you are attractive. But you're also. It makes you
Oh.
more attractive that you have a great sense of humor.
I see. Thank you. Well, now it's starting to warm up. That was good.
You like that, huh?
Well, it started a little shaky with the you're not unattractive. This started an hour ago when somebody called in and said they were in love with me because I was very attractive, and I was bracing myself for something nice, and what they ended up with was, I'm very attractive because you feel like you can say anything to me. Like
they could do anything in front of you. In your presence, anything goes. Therefore, that's sexy.
Right. And what I was saying is although I'll take any compliment, I'd like to hear tight ass once in a while. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you like to hear that.
Hey, I would like to hear.
Maybe
I
you like
may
to
not have
that.
the
You like to
tightest
have
ass.
that.
I got to tell you, though, I'm good looking for radio.
Yeah. By radio standards, we both are over the top.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with our listeners. I twist their arm, and all I can get out of them is this, there's nothing wrong with you, but you're funny. Yeah. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I think I'm asking for too much.
Let's keep interviewing our listeners.
Lacey,
Hi.
you're 18 years old?
Uh-huh.
All right, now you think I'm attractive.
Yeah, you have this look like kind of like a little kid, but better.
Uh-huh.
You do. You have nice arms. I have never seen your ass, so I can't
Nice
say it's
arms?
I have the world's...
nice.
I have skinny arms. That's my worst part.
Yeah, but you got the same hair there that you do, like, sort of from the waist down.
I think they look nice.
Right?
Thank you.
And my little sisters think that you're really good looking, too.
All righty, then. How old is she?
She's 15.
11.
15?
Yeah, 15.
That's fine. All right. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Thank you, Lacey.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. True. Listen, let the listeners make their point. Don't go right to the hairy ass. Please.
Why? You have attractive arms? That's reaching, don't you think?
Yeah, that is. That's way out there. Adam?
Yeah. How do they see you don't show your arms on television.
Once in a while I wear a short sleeve shirt. Well, the man show I do, but I have skinny arms. There's nothing attractive about my arms. Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 21.
I am. That's true.
What do you find attractive about me, Adam?
I'm going to go with your hair.
Hair, nappy hair?
I would do anything to get your hair.
Wow.
Are you thinning out?
No, I'm just, my hair's straight. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And yours looks like it's pretty active.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, Drew. Look at this.
Yeah, I
Look
just...
how active that hair is.
Yeah.
That's active hair.
But...
That's like a yeast culture.
You, though, if people only understood the road that you've traveled to get to this point.
Look
with
at
your
this
hair.
hair.
With your hair. Ironing your hair.
Look at, I didn't iron my hair.
You would have if somebody suggested it, wouldn't you?
If I could have made it straight.
That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, what's going on there, Anna? Well, I think every 6 months I do 10 minutes on my hair, and how it's it now caused me to get into therapy full time, and I'll explain it some other day. So, but what's your problem, Adam?
Here's the situation. I've been living with a couple roommates for about 6 months now, and I've been dating this girl for about 3 months. And, she's been coming over, whatever. One of my roommates has been abused in the past by his father or whatever.
In what way abused?
Excuse me?
In what way abused?
Just mainly verbal abuse, a lot of degrading, things like that.
Okay.
And he's always having to defend himself. He also, he's a bit older. My girlfriend's 18, he's 24, and he lived for a couple years in Japan. The issue is, he cooks a lot of Japanese food in the apartment, and she hates the smell. And it's like, okay, that's not a big deal at all to normal people,
And what
she
word?
comments, oh, that stinks, I can't stand it. So this morning, she makes a comment, and he just goes off. Like, he just starts making personal attacks on her, like, you're ignorant, I can't believe you'd say that, you're racist against Japanese people, just, like, completely unreasonable things. And I'm just sitting there, because it's not really, it's between them two.
Are they
and
drinking
I'm not
or
really
anything?
a confrontational person.
Are they drinking or anything when they have these big fights?
Oh, no, completely, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, completely normal time of the day,
All right. Well, why does she ride him with the Japanese food?
Well, she's a girl, and she's 18, and it makes her clothes smell when she comes out. Like, she really likes it. Like, he cooks it for her. She likes to eat it. She really enjoys it. But she just hates the smell. And she's like, don't eat.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She loves the Japanese food. She loves to eat the Japanese food. She likes him to cook it, but she doesn't like the smell.
We got a real
she told him
focus
to quit-
problem tonight.
Quit cooking Japanese. Who am I, the galloping gourmet over here? Who cares?
Ciao. Ding dao de.
Listen, forget about the Japanese food. The roommates. This is his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Listen to me, everybody, with the roommates and the girlfriends. Here's a problem. You bring, one of the roommates has a girlfriend, he brings her home, they hang out way too much, they monopolize the living room, there's trouble.
Yep.
You got to break it up.
Break the relationship up?
No. You go over to her house every once in a while. And if you can't go to her house, you guys go to the park every once in a while. But don't get into that thing. I mean, people do this. They've done it to me. I don't think I've done it to anybody because I never got laid. But I've had 2 or 3 roommates my entire life. And sure enough, one of them will get a roommate. One of them, will get a girlfriend. And that girlfriend will start hanging out on a nightly basis. And before you know it, you'll come home, the girlfriend will be watching TV, and you go, where's Ralph?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't here.
Right.
And you start thinking,
who lives here?
There's one VCR.
Yeah.
I got one penis.
Yeah.
It's there. You're watching all my children. I'm about ready to strangle somebody.
Yeah.
And it starts getting looser and looser and looser, and before you know it, her folks are, her Aunt Connie's in from Minnesota, and she's going to stay for just a couple days on the sofa. I hope it's no inconvenience. And sometimes roommates don't say anything, but they hate it. Limit it, everybody. I mean, have a date night, bring her home on a Saturday night, but then the next Saturday night, go to her place, or go to his place, or however it works.
It's funny, we don't get that many roommate questions on this show. Yet when we go to colleges and things, that's
all there is.
That's all there is.
Amanda?
Yeah?
You're 21.
Hi.
What's up?
Well, I have a problem. Let's see. I'm 21. My husband's 41. Everything was going really, really good. We've been together for 4 years, and he's totally changed. And
he's changed?
We don't talk. We don't have sex. When we do have sex, it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then he's gone. And then afterwards, he's a total asshole.
Where's my bourbon?
Well, other than around sex, what's been going on in the relationship?
Other than sex?
Yeah, other than, yeah.
Well, he's mean. We don't communicate. And on top of that, I moved my best friend and her boyfriend in my house, and they're now broke up, and my best friend's ex-boyfriend is in love with me.
Do you think your husband has some issues with this, perhaps?
Well, he does have issues with it, and I've talked to him about it. I told him nothing would ever happen. I've never cheated on him before in my
But
life.
don't you think he's kind of pissed that you brought these people into your home?
Well, he wanted that. He wanted us to have roommates.
Yeah, boy.
And
Well, maybe this whole situation is stressing him out.
All right, hold on a second. This guy's 41. How old were you when he met you?
I was 17. He was 37.
Oh,
He
boy.
lost,
Okay,
he
so...
lost his virginity to me.
He was 37?
Okay.
Wow.
It was like, all he wants to do is, like, have me suck. That's it. And, I mean, it's like...
At least that's how it makes you feel.
I'm starting to fall in love with my best friend's ex-boyfriend.
This is a mess. This
All
is
right,
a total mess.
let's not condemn...
he cheated.
Shut up.
He cheated.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a mess. Paint the picture here. I want to know where they live and what he does for a living. Please, please.
I'm picturing a mythical palace in the clouds with champagne rivers flowing by, and unicorns,
And Oompa Loompas.
and a Pegasus that she gets up and rides to work every morning. Is that what you're picturing, Drew?
Yeah, yeah. Except
Or
I think the whole thing was on wheels and had a little hitch attached to it.
And the wheels were removed and there's cinder blocks there now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, boy. Hey, Amanda?
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. What part of the construction trade is this guy in?
Well, he was a virgin until he was 37.
Oh, wait, he can't be in construction. I'm very confused now. He sends a very mixed message. On one hand, I think he must be in construction. On the other hand, he was a virgin until 37, and, there's union bylaws dictate that you cannot be a virgin after 19 and being in any of the construction unions. So, but he can't be a computer nerd.
No, he's very nice looking. He is the type that is...
All right, what does he do for a living?
We're both on disability.
Okay, hold on a second.
Geez. Boy.
Nut job number 2.
Yeah.
Let me explain something about disability for those of you who don't know what it is. When I get in charge...
There will be no disability, I guess, will there?
No. There'll be disability for the 4% that actually need it. The other 96% are going back to work.
For their own good.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know she's going to give us some story about being horribly burned in an oil derrick fire and make me feel bad. But if she tells me her back hurts, Amanda?
Yes?
Why are you on disability?
Why am I, or why is my husband?
Okay, let's try this one more time. We're going to try this.
Okay. Let's start out. If she says her back hurts, I'm going to...
Okay. Amanda?
Yes?
Why are you on disability?
I'm on disability because I'm a manic depressant,
Right.
and I have Tourette's syndrome, and I have stomach cancer.
Stomach cancer?
Yeah.
What do you mean stomach cancer?
A stomach cancer?
What kind of stomach cancer?
What kind of stomach cancer?
Stomach cancer is fatal.
I know that. I have a 97-pound tumor in my stomach that has to be removed, and it's cancerous.
Hold on a second. 90?
No, there's something missing here. This story's getting better all the time, though.
We may dedicate the last 4 minutes of the show
Basically,
to this.
the only thing that can grow to that size in the abdomen is a ovarian tumor. not cancerous. Because by the time a cancer is that size, it's spread everywhere. You can't it'll take over your whole body.
Listen, you got 97 pounds of cancer in you. The neighbors' kids have it too, right?
Yeah, it's not a cancer. It's a tumor. Let's see if I'm right about that. It's from the ovary. It's not from the stomach.
All right, but hold on now. 97.
Yeah, but you doing the math?
even if the cancer was 50% of her. Wow. Amanda?
Yes?
Oh, baby, what is going on over here? 90... first off, how do you know how much the thing weighs? Do you stand on the scale and then someone holds it up for you?
No. They do all kinds of tests. They, put me to sleep, and they put this little machine down my stomach, and they take pictures of it and x-rays and
Okay, so you have a 97
Yep.
pound tumor?
Yep, I've had it since I was 15. It's growing.
Okay, so it's not cancer. It's not cancer.
That's what they said. I don't know if they're...
Amanda,
that's what you
Amanda,
heard.
It's not cancer.
That's what they heard. That's what I heard.
Amanda,
All I know
right.
is that...
It's cancer is something that kills you. It doesn't keep growing.
Well, it will kill me if I don't get it removed.
That is true because it's a tumor.
Oh, so it'll kill you if it falls on you.
That's right.
At 97 pounds.
It's a tumor.
You roll over, it's going to kill you.
And it's an ovarian tumor, right? It's in the ovary. Right?
Sounds like that, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Amanda doesn't sweat the details too much with the medical history. I got 97 pounds worth of tumor in me. It's around.
I had a patient. We took
Not
about
sure where
we took
it
about
is.
120-pound ovarian tumor out. They had to use like a special pulley to get it out.
They had to use a cherry picker,
Yeah,
right? Which
yeah.
used to pull like a motor out of a Chevelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drew, let me ask you about these these tumors, because I'm endlessly fascinated, not by the tumor themselves, but by their host.
Whoever's hosting the tumor?
Yes. I'm an enzyme Carolla. I'll be your tumor's host. How do the doctors, if and they're looking after it since 15 and she's 21 now, so it's been 6 years, how do the doctors let the thing get to 97 pounds?
It's an elective thing to take out, ovarian tumors like that. And I suspect, think of our discussions with Amanda for the last 10 minutes. If you're trying to take care of her, it'd be like trying to hang on to Jell-O or something.
But if the thing is growing...
You would probably say, Amanda, it's time for surgery. You've got to get this done. No. Next week, I got my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah.
Amanda?
You know how it goes? Have your doctors not recommended that thing come out?
They want to.
Yes.
And I haven't been to the proper doctors because we don't have transportation or the money to. And now
Do you get to the disability office okay?
What?
Well, they send the checks, right?
Well, you got to go down there and sign up.
They send the checks.
Hey, listen to me. If I'm the... how much do you get a month for this disability?
$750. Actually, $770.
Listen, how long have you been on it?
For almost 2 years.
Okay. So, listen, you're into me for about 20 grand. That's the way I figured. I want the money. I'll give it back to whoever paid it, but I'm going to keep on to it. Hey, you've got to get this tumor removed.
Yeah.
So you can get back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now,
That's
how
what
much...
I want to do very badly.
You want to get back to work very badly?
Yes.
Okay, now, the tumor weighs 97 pounds. How much do you weigh?
I weigh about 280.
280?
Yeah.
So you lose that tumor, you're under 2 bells.
Yeah.
Yeah, most women would jump on that.
I know. I'm trying to. But
Okay.
It's like I have a lot of medical problems on top of that stop me from doing it.
Right. Well, it's, I understand that. And, maybe your husband, the part about him just wanting the oral sex?
Well, see, he doesn't want me to lose weight. I mean, he likes me the way... See, when I met him, I was...
Hold on. Is he black?
No.
Oh, okay.
When I met him...
Well, yeah, because a virgin at 37.
When I met him,
I can't figure this guy out.
I was 480 pounds when I first met him.
Weight.
Oh,
well, there is something. Those ovarian tumors do make you lose weight, so there is something to that right there.
Well, it all goes into the tumor.
Yeah, and plus it obstructs your stomach can't fill up anymore.
You were 480 when he met you.
Uh-huh.
You're fat.
Drew, please. And what happened? I mean, where'd all the weight go?
Well, I've lost weight. I was losing it, and
You're on a diet and stuff?
no, I just basically, it's because of my depression. Is like some people don't eat when they're depressed. Other people do eat.
Yeah.
I had depression from being raped and from being gang raped and
Here we go.
and that's and I didn't want to go out. I didn't go outside for 4 years.
Okay, but okay, here's what I got about you losing weight. Some people do eat when they're depressed. Some people don't eat when they're depressed.
She eats when she's depressed.
You didn't go outside.
I didn't go outside.
But how did you lose all the weight?
Well, I just said, well, I'm married now. I want a baby very badly. And
No. Amanda, please.
You can't take your lithium if you're...
You can't take care of yourself.
If you're
you got a 97-pound tumor. What do you mean you want a baby?
I know that. I'm going to wait until after I get everything taken care of.
Listen,
that's what my goal is.
You wait, listen, 150 years, I want you to call this show back.
Who's going to take care of the baby? You can't, you're on disability.
Well, I'm not going to be having a baby until after my tumor is gone, after my health is better.
Okay, don't you ever get rid of that tumor. You keep that tumor. You understand me? And by the way, after dropping a 97-pound tumor, you wouldn't even know if you could have triplets. You wouldn't even know it.
That's right.
Hey, you got 25 pounds worth of kids, another 30 pounds worth of placenta. Yeah. That's nothing. Yeah. Liz, you play full court basketball in your third trimester. Okay, listen. Right, well, okay, hold on. We got to take ourselves a break. I'm not done with Amanda.
Oh, okay.
480 pounds.
You're interested.
17.
Gang rape.
Met her husband at. Her husband is 37.
Well, let's get his profile.
She was 480 at 17. Yeah. She's got a 97-pound tumor. She's on disability. He's on disability too. He just wants oral sex. She's falling in love with a guy who's shacked up at the house. She wants a child.
Oh.
I got to look into all this.
So you got to talk her out of it. I see.
There'll be a little more with Amanda after this.
Once again with it. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back before you know
Hey, it is the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla, the cute one. That is Dr. Drew.
Did you read this?
Yeah.
Read that. Come on, read it. It's in the forums at drdrew.com. Somebody just put something up while we were chatting here on the radio.
Dr. Drew is much cuter than Adam by a long shot. Adam, you're cool and all, but Drew is the hottest guy on television. He's the king of looks, the god of beauty. I'm addicted to Dr. Drew.
That's a little different than...
Signed Susan Pinsky, his wife.
That's a little different than you can say anything in front of me, I guess, isn't it? Yeah. You can post a reply. It's the forum. You want to type something in? This will be your first experience.
I won't dignify that with a response.
Come on, you give this woman, it's, what's her name? Danielle.
Okay, listen, screw Danielle. I'm done. I'm not done with Amanda.
Back with Amanda.
Amanda, we were speaking to. Amanda has herself a husband. He's 43. She met him when she was 17, so I guess he was like 37 or something. She weighed 480 when she met him. She now has a 97-pound tumor. They're both on disability. Drew was speaking during the break to Lisa, who almost chucked Cremora into Drew's coffee via her mouth, which was, Drew was talking about these huge, what the hell was I calling them? These cysts, these tumors. They're undifferentiated cells, Drew calls them, and they can have like teeth
Germ
and
cells.
hair.
They can develop into all kinds of stuff.
All right, but there's not teeth in there.
Yeah.
But floating around?
No, it's like a big mat of all kinds of stuff.
Well, how big would the teeth be? Would the teeth grow?
No, you probably wouldn't even notice that under a microscope with teeth cells and teeth materials.
Teeth cells, hair cells, but it's not like the cat hawked up something.
No, sometimes they can look kind of like that. That's sort of what they look like sometimes.
Yeah, but you don't, when a cat hawks something up, there's fur and a button and a little piece of kibble.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 90. Imagine 90. Let me tell you, a petite Asian woman, that porn star we had in.
Kobe
Time weighed 95 pounds.
Yeah. That's one of her. Think about that. She rolled up into a ball.
and
he
crawled up
held
my
around your
ass.
shirt.
Could you imagine? Wait a minute.
Jeez.
I could go for that. All right, so Amanda.
Mhm.
All right, so we have 1,000 questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, one is, and this is a little bet we got going with phone screener Lisa.
Okay.
Don't give it away. Yeah, how much? Yeah.
How much, please, Drew, how much does your husband weigh?
Well, about 165, 170. And that's on a good day.
That's when he's dripping wet
Yeah.
after coming home from the Sizzler.
Yeah.
And Shakey's Bunch of Lunch. Okay, he's 4. Okay, so now when you met him, was he heavier or lighter or the same?
A lot lighter. He was like 145 when I met him.
Ooh, solid. So,
see,
okay, now well, hold on a second. Let me do. So you're 480 at 17, and you meet him, and he's going $145.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Let's say his ass is the size of one of my legs.
His ass is the size of your ankle at 480, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. That is a... Now, what... and just because I'm you know, this is why I don't leave the house, quite frankly. I'm fascinated. I can study people from home or work. How do you guys have sex when you're at 480 and he's coming in at
By the way,
45?
Did you mention where I said his weight would come in at?
Yeah, Drew, by the way, had 145 pounds.
I had 137, 155.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? How did you have sex initially?
Very carefully.
I mean, how does it work? I mean, seriously. Did you have sex when you were 480 and he was 145?
Very rarely, but now that I have my self-esteem up a little bit more than how I did, I've lost a lot of weight.
Right.
And see, for my height, I look good. I mean, I look chubby, but I don't look like so obese that it's like disgusting.
Now, but at 480, you were looking pretty, a little chunky.
Yeah, I could say.
Little hippie, 480?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because you're not like 19 feet tall or anything,
No,
right?
I'm 6'1".
6'1"?
Yeah.
6'1". It's funny. I'm looking at phone screener Lisa's face, and she goes, well, I'm tall. And Lisa's laughing because, come on, 480 pounds? How tall can you be?
19 feet
and then
tall.
she goes, well, I'm 6'1". And phone screener Lisa goes, okay. Yeah, she gave it a look like, all right, I'll buy it now. She's like Emmy, like one of those big models. Okay. Oh, wait a second now. Okay, so 6'1", 480, my God.
Yeah.
Do you have a brother?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to apologize to him on my behalf because I don't want that guy coming over there and
He's
sitting
a
on
big
my
boy.
house.
He's 13. He's about 5'8", and he weighs about 280.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I've never been overweight before in my life. I've always been real thin.
What? Before what? Before the rapes and stuff?
Before you're 17 and 480 pounds?
Yeah. I started...
But your whole life before...
15.
You start gaining weight at 15?
Yeah, because
boy.
because I let the rapes get to me, and I was gang raped and stuff like that.
Oh boy! But yes, and I'm sure your dad was a real piece of work, right?
No wonder she can't trust the doctors to do the work for her, the surgeries and whatnot. It's no wonder she can't function at work.
I don't like doctors at all.
All right. What is your husband's disability?
He when he was 5 years old, his aunt beat him up really, really bad, and blood drowned out half of his brain, so he can't use the right side of his arm.
Oh my God!
And he also has seizures.
Oh, you see now, don't you?
Where'd you meet him?
I met him off the telepersonals. He answered my ad, and I told my weight in there, and I wasn't expecting anyone to leave me a message, and he left me a message.
Hold on, maybe he thought that was your address. That happened to me once. I thought the chick was at 5110. Turned out she weighed 5,000 pounds. Now, listen, all right, so Amanda, okay, listen to me. I want you to do everything I tell you to do, okay?
Okay.
I'm a genius, you understand? A
Okay.
self-proclaimed genius of the radio.
Okay.
You need to get that tumor removed.
Uh-huh.
You need to stay with a little diet. You
Mhm.
need to get a little exercise.
Uh-huh.
You need to focus on you and work and getting out and breaking a sweat every once in a while and reading a book. No TV, no sitting around anymore. Start taking charge of your life. Somebody took charge of your life for you when you were younger, and you're going to let a few events that happen to you at age 14 or 15 destroy your entire life for the rest of your life. You're going to let 10 minutes turn into 60 years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's horrible. I mean, what these people did to you were bad enough, but now what you're doing to yourself, that's the real crime. So you need to take control.
I've done pretty good so far.
You're doing all right, but you got a 97-pound tumor on you. Okay.
So what do I do about my husband and the guy that I'm in love with?
Listen.
Calm down.
You need to put all of that on the back burner. That ain't you. That's a distraction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want you to get up tomorrow morning. I want you to take a walk.
Okay.
Just start walking. Just start walking and start thinking. Get yourself some headphones and take a walk. And don't listen to any of this rap or any of this whatever this mummy rock or any of this other crap. You start listening to talk radio.
Okay.
And by the way, your husband's irritability and all, that could be part of his seizure. It could be his neurologic condition.
All bets are off.
He may need his medication adjusted.
Okay.
Who knows what these anger outbursts.
Amanda,
people who have brain injuries like his are often de-repressed and will act very impulsively and irritably.
Tomorrow morning, you put your tennis shoes on, you put your Walkman on, you put on some talk radio, you listen to only AM, except for when Loveline comes on, and you start walking. That's it. That's the first step. Just get out and take a walk every day, a couple blocks. Do a little thinking.
Yeah. Reasonable advice.
Okay. Marianne?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
I have a theory for why you're sexy.
Okay, good.
There's another thing posted in the chat here for you, the forum.
We haven't reached any conclusion. All I remember is that Tyra Banks wanted Drew. Yeah.
Well, here are some of the things about you to make you appealing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You have confidence.
That's right.
And you're bold.
Uh-huh.
And you have very strong views and opinions.
Uh-huh.
And you're intelligent, but you're willing to admit that you don't know everything, which makes you almost humble.
When's he ever said anything like...
What?
When has he ever said anything like, I don't know everything?
Well, no, like he'll concede that, maybe Dr. Drew should take this one, or that it's not his...
Yeah, but then he'll have to abuse me immediately afterwards.
But
all right, so I'm bold. I'm take charge.
Yeah,
I have a sensitive side.
You don't have some big mask that you wear.
Right. Okay.
And then on top of all that, you're concerned about people, so that makes you very appealing.
Right. And what they think of me.
Right.
Right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Marianne.
No problem.
Okay. You know what I can't get over? I'm going to be honest, and then we're going to go to break.
Okay.
I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm 185 pounds, and there's nothing wrong with me physically.
Nobody's mentioning that.
But if you close your eyes and listen to our callers, you'd think I was in a wheelchair and had a weight problem, and that they were somehow trying to navigate their way around some sort of physical obstacle and focus. You know how it is when you see somebody, you go to see someone in a play, and the play really sucked, but you're talking to them in the lobby, and you're going... Well, the programs were interesting, and the theater was nice and roomy, and I'll tell you, you really knew your lines. You try to negotiate, you try to navigate, anything but address the obvious.
Yeah, until you go home and hear it in your phone machine.
Yeah, it sounds like people are calling in trying to be kind, like they're trying to work around something. That's the part that drives me insane, Drew.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
Let's talk more about it when we get off there.
All right, when we come back, who are we going to talk to?
I'm waiting to see what else comes up.
You don't like any of these?
Not for... Well, number one.
Okay, we got a super secret surprise call when we come back.
Tyra Banks had a crush on one of you.
Yeah.
Who was that?
It was Drew. Tyra came in to the radio show, and she had a little upset stomach. Maybe even more. Right, Drew? I mean, she really had a problem down there.
Yeah.
And so Drew immediately said, unbutton your pants.
It wasn't quite that cool.
Oh, but you did tell her to unbutton the pants, right?
I examined her, yeah.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Where's my cowbell?
Oh, no. We're not going to do that, are we?
You're lucky I can't find my cowbell.
Oh, my God. Look at this
here?
call. Wait. Don't just take this call. Just let this distract you for a second.
Oh, wait,
Go
I
right to
found
that.
it. Oh, okay. All right. Hold on a second. Dustin?
Yeah.
You're 14?
Yep.
Your stepdad is a beta version of Taboo 2?
By biological dad. The beta version of Taboo 1 to 12.
Wow. He's quite a role model.
There's such a thing?
Hey, some guys collect stamps, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's had him for a long time.
Wow.
But he wouldn't let me watch him, so.
No, man, but you knew he had them.
Yeah, because I went through his video collection.
Yeah, that's got to kill you. I mean, you watched them anyway, didn't you?
Huh?
You watched them anyway, didn't you?
I took Taboo 1 through 4 home, so.
Very nice.
Backpack, so. I haven't watched those yet, though.
On beta, though?
Yeah, on beta.
You got a beta machine at your place?
Yeah, my stepdad has one. So.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
What does that mean?
My dad went the beta route, too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's like a retard.
It's a better product.
With that stuff. All right, so you got the Taboo, and you know the theme song then?
Yeah.
Let's hear just a little bit of theme song. Yeah. Come on. Come on, Anderson. Give me a little of that
Still
theme
on
song.
restriction for another week.
Come on.
3 more days.
Please, Anderson. Give me some of that. What the hell is going on there? Come on. Anderson. Oh, yes, he does. Theme song to Taboo 2.
Theme song?
He knows how to please in every detail. He can do more than you ever imagined and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. It's true. The guy's raping his mom and his sister. I mean, it's true. All right, Dustin?
Yeah?
All right, go to bed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now, I think it's about time to start the lightning round, Drew.
All right, enjoy.
All right, let's just come back. Anderson, you give me a little, like, comeback music or something so I can get into this, would you please? Get the cowbell ready here. Hey there, hi there, ho there, guys and gals. There's Carolla. And my partner, the good doctor, the love doctor, Dr. Drew. You're smack dab in the middle of the lightning round. Loveline, the place you call to get your love troubles fixed. Again, I'm Ace Carolla, and let's check the time real fast. It's 11:51 and 15 seconds. That's 8 minutes and 45 seconds away from the top of the hour, straight up. 12 o'clock, the witching hour. Let's hop back on the phones here, and we'll speak to Monica. Monica, you're 17 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your boyfriend's mom walks around in see-through pajamas.
Kind of. Like, when I first met him, he would talk about how pretty she was. About how pretty she was.
Sounds like Taboo 3 to me.
Yeah. But then when I met her, she wasn't even all that pretty, and then I'll walk in, and they're sitting on the couch cuddling in the dark, and, you know?
Your boyfriend's cuddling with his pretty mom.
And I was just wondering if that's, like, do you know if it's weird or not? Because I grew up with just me and my mom.
Yes, it is extra super mega weird. All right, Monica? You got to break up with him immediately, okay?
Okay.
All right, I got to go because we got to give a quick check of the time. It's 11:52 and 9 seconds.
Oh, mercifully.
That's 7 minutes.
Oh.
Wait a minute. That's 7 minutes and 51 seconds away from the top of the hour, and we'll go right back to the phones. We'll talk to Andrea. Andrea?
Yes?
You're 21 years old. You smack down in the middle of the lightning round.
Thanks.
I'm your humble host, Ace Carolla. That's my partner, Dr. Drew. Your boyfriend's penis is curved.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And won't even fit in you?
Well, it will, but it's hard.
It goes in, but it pokes out through your belly button?
Yeah.
Little Peroni's humor there, Jack. What do you say? What can you do for it?
What kind of curve? What are we talking about here?
It's a downward curve.
Downward.
He thinks it's because of the way he puts in his pants.
Uh-huh. Right.
Uh-huh.
No.
No, unless he's stuffing it up his took, I don't think that'd be a problem. He has a bent penis, Andrew. Do you love him anyway?
Yes.
God bless you. All right, keep it up. She gives him oral sex. Looks like she's sucking on a jawbreaker. Let me give the time. It's 11:53 and 15 seconds. That's 6 minutes and 45 seconds away from the top of the hour. I'm your host, Ace Rockolas. My partner, Dr. Drew, right smack dab in the middle of the lightning round here in the fantabulous Love Line. Eric, you're 19 years old. What's up, partner?
I got a little issue down under.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. They ache, the boys.
Your testicles ache.
Something like they've been kicked or something, but like I don't. It's my left one.
Have they been kicked?
What's that?
Have they been kicked?
You got to see a doctor. Sometimes they can twist in the sack there.
That's what I've heard. That's what my roommate was telling me.
Yeah, it's torsion, and it can be pretty serious. And there are other things that can cause problems like this.
And like I don't know how to check for anything else.
You don't. You go to your doctor and have them check. All right?
Have a professional.
What could it be though?
It could be torsion.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the phone on the good side of your head, would you, brother?
It's probably something called epididymitis, which is an inflammation.
Go on into the dock, let him shine a flashlight on the back of the net, see what's going on in there. Am I right, Drew?
That's one of the things they might do.
All right, let's take a little extended break. Let me give the timeout before we hit the commercial. It's 11:54 and 25 seconds. That's 5 minutes and 35 seconds away from the top of the hour straight up. You're right smack dab in the middle of the lightning round. I'm Ace Rockolas, my partner, and we'll be back after this.
We about to get funky, y'all.
Hit it. This is Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Oh, we'll be right back.
Yep. Well, there you go. Another fantabulous show in the can. All right. We'll take a 22-hour break, and when we come back, we'll have our batteries charged. We'll have more fabulous show for you. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Shove gum in your penis.
Well, now. This has been Loveline. The stuff expressed on Loveline is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.